What's going guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Heir of Light, let's discuss on the dev note number 105. Okay, so in this dev note, it has contained some of the information regarding the Purifying Grounds and obviously the Transcendence expansion, and looking at the nature of it and the response from the dev team, it seems like the Transcendence expansion is pretty much gonna persist. So obviously it seems like I'm gonna quit this game pretty soon. Damn, it kind of hurts to say that, but anyways, that's the fact. I mean, like, I cannot be the part of this endless mindless grinding, guys. Second anniversary 4.0 update, additional notice and buff adjustments for the servant balance. Okay, so right out here it says additional notice for the Purifying Grounds. Now guys, what's gonna happen is that, like, this is the chart. Okay, so the second region of the Purifying Ground will be accessible through the 3000 carats investment. Okay, I think it also applies for the region 3, maybe I'm not sure about that one, but it's at least for region 2. Okay, that's gonna be the what do you call that, altar. Okay, I'm not really that pretty much sure about the shrine, but temple, obviously it's gonna be a pay to play feature already. It's an AIO package. Okay, you have to actually use that one, and it's gonna be limited only for the 30 days, meaning like even if you are purchasing the AIO package, you really have to purchase it over and over again every end of the month, or let's say every end of the end of your package. Okay, so right over here guys, if you actually manage to spend like 50 mileage points, that actually responds to a total purchase of about like $50. Okay, so you will be able to unlock those Purifying Grounds, I think region 2 and 3, I guess, permanently. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty great as well. So $50, okay, pretty good. I think it can be invested. It's really up to you guys. Okay, so that's the thing right out there, or at least you can pay 3000 carats for the meanwhile in order to keep on using that for the 30 days of like subscription. Okay, so that's the thing right out there guys. All-in-one package is pretty much gonna unlock everything, but for the fourth stage, which is also known as the temple, it's gonna be only available for the next 30 days. Okay, so that's all there is to it guys. That's what it is actually trying to say. And the next one is the shards. Okay, as so many like player base had been complaining about the collaboration servants being not able to farm their shards. So well, dev team pretty much heard to that one, and they actually managed to sneak it up in the second region. Before or previously it was only available for the fourth, or let's say in the temple region, but now it's shifted to the second region as well, meaning like if you are going to pay that 3000 carats, you will be able to farm the shard of your collaboration servants. But if you are a free-to-play player and you have not been able to transcend your units by at least fourth transcendent, then you won't be able to farm this shard, guys. You won't be able to farm this shard. Like, let's say I have a level 66 Valkyria. Will I be able to farm her as a F2P or free-to-play player? Of course not. Okay, unless I buy this all-in-one package. I really have to buy this all-in-one package in order to farm the shard of my Forest Valkyria. So that's a limitation right out there as well. So even if they are including right over here, like let's say you have just a T0 or T1, or let's say T2, or let's say even T3, what, John Wick, or you know, like Sophia, Valkyria, or any kind of other collab servants right out there, then you won't be able to farm their shards. So it's still a sort of like a bait for me, I guess. I'm not pretty happy about this one. Like, I really don't know like what they are gonna go with it, but like it doesn't give me any kind of thrill. Okay, because on this basis they are pretty much trying to give a region, a bullshit region for the Transcendence expansion. It's like, I really don't get it. The next one is purification speed and success rate. So it just says like that, you know, like if you have DPS servants being assigned in the Purification Grounds, then what's gonna happen is like your success rate and speed is gonna be higher, and also at the same time, if you are gonna put your DPS servants that have like advantageous elements as well, so that's gonna be pretty much better as well. Okay, so that's what it's trying to say. Now, Transcendent stat notice. Okay, so right over here it's pretty much says like a closing statement for me. It says, many have viewed the sudden increase in the Transcendence experience for the Transcendence and questioned the stat increase per Transcendence. We were not able to share the increase in stats per Transcendence due to continuous balance testing. However, we are on the verge of finalization. So we would like to share them with you. Yeah, they are really working freakingly hard for this shit, guys. The stat increases for T1 and T5 will remain at the same level as they do now. Okay, from T6, see, from T6, they are really gonna bring this, guys. It's coming. It's really coming. The stat will increase based on the servant's attack and HP to fit its servant class. The increase in experience per Transcendence will increase drastically, thus the stat from Transcendence will increase drastically also. Just look at that. It increases drastically, meaning like there's a very great need and importance for you to transcend. And the amount of Transcendence experience points, or let's say how many copies you are actually going to require, is very insane. Okay, so that's the thing right out there. And it actually creates a very strong urge, a very strong need for you guys to really transcend and become a part of this mindless mayhem. Okay, stats per Transcendence for the Fire Ignis and Fire Caesar. Okay, Fire Ignis, it's just for like a sort of like an example right out here. So A5 meaning Awakening 5, and level 60 meaning like Transcendence 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit, no, not like that. 70 is like T5. Okay, 70 is like T5. So T5, T6, T7, T8, T9, T10. Okay, so that's how it goes on. Okay, so right over here, A5 level 60, this gonna be the base. Okay, and at the level 70, it's gonna be 170%. While the stats increased like pretty drastically at here, 72 to 72. These are the stats, guys, and obviously they are gonna make it up to level 70. Level 70 refers to the Transcendence T10. Okay, Transcendence 10 is also known as the level 80. So that's the thing right out there, guys. I mean, like, it's gonna be a very big disaster. Oh my god, wow, just look at that, guys. Holy crap. Fire Caesar, okay, I'm like, it's gonna be the same thing. Starts farmable light and dark servants, stats adjustment. Okay, base stat for Transcendence adjustment. I'm not really interested in that anymore. Now there are some questions, and let's see how it is the dev team Leo, or let's say the developers are really trying to explain it. Okay, don't you think that the experience required for Transcendence is too much? And now just hear it out, guys, hear it out. To make up for the flaw of the current Transcendence system, to make up for the flaw of the current Transcendence system, like, it's a flaw, guys. It's a flaw, it says. Like, my god, which only required 1/7. Which only required 1/7 because obviously they couldn't make money out of it, guys. So it's a flaw, okay? Not a flaw for us, but flaw for the developers. Okay, we adjusted the experience required in the early stages of the Transcendence to reduce the difficulty for the new users. This is what we call bait. Meaning, like, at first, yeah, you know, like, it's really easy to transcend. Like, you can easily get to Transcendence 2 right away. So T1 becomes like absolute nonsense. All right, and right out here, guys, this is the thing which is like a hook, okay, a bait for the upcoming disaster. Also, we made it so that the required experience and the difficulty would increase as you progress through the higher levels of Transcendence. Okay. Look at that. This is called the finale. Okay, this was the bait and this was the finale. That's where they really were trying to go. The experience requirement is too much if we are in a condition when you must reach T10. Okay, where you must reach the T10, and let's see if we have to really reach the T10 or not. However, due to a large amount of increase in the experience requirement per Transcendence, we didn't set the balance to where everyone must reach T10. Okay, it just says like, okay, it's not really that important for you guys to reach T10. It's okay even if you are not T10. Like, are you really going to buy that crap? The only PvE content that would require T10 would be Abaddon Tower. Obviously, PvP content you are gonna require it, and in the T10 you are, in the PvE content you are gonna require it for the Abaddon Tower. Yes, Abaddon Tower Hell mode is actually being so hard that I think they are really trying to make these servants really stronger in order to compete for that Hell mode of the Abaddon Tower. But I really don't think this is the way that they should have really gone with. Okay. Thus, we believe that it would be best if you set a goal based on your capacity and Transcendence servants after the update. Wow! T10 is not a content. where it can be reached with a little effort, similar to Abaddon Tower, Party Raid 5th floor, and the Boss Invasion 5th floor. So if you are aiming for T10 for a better result in PvP, it will require a long time and effort. You know, like what it means by a long time and effort? And they missed one part: money. No money, no stuff, guys. Long time, effort, and money, guys. Okay, so even if you are really going to put some money, you still need to like grind, guys. Grind. Due to the increase in the experience for like T10, like T8, T9, and T10, meaning like for which we have already like sort of like made a arithmetic calculation, which would require about like more than 35 units, obviously, for the normal type, but 40 plus copies for the farmables. Okay, the level of difficulty will be high. Okay, it's not high, it's super duper hyper mega ultra high. Okay, because of the high difficulty level, many would not choose to reach T10. Thus, we think that the transcendence level among the users would stop at a certain point. Obviously, you know, that certain point is obviously gonna be for like dolphins, or let's say sharks. Okay, but it's not gonna be a problem for the whales, and whales are gonna have a really good advantage at this point. Okay, and F2B players, oh my god, just don't even think about it. Okay, F2B players are like those kind of players who spend like about like $30 to $40, something like that. Many have suggested that T10 is a must due to the co-destruction system. Okay, there will be a point where you would have to T10 when the majority of the users have reached T10. Also, co-destruction is only in the situation where you meet the same servant, so don't think that the T10 is a must. Why did you revamp the Transcendence system when there was no need for it? What's so good about it? Alright, now let's try to see how the dev team, or let's say the dev team say. Okay, they are trying to be really clever on this point. The current Transcendence system is a Transcendence system where you only require one servant per Transcendence, and it's a flaw. Yes, according to them, we believed that difficulty in progressive growth was required. You know, guys, like how difficult it already was. It's just that like we did not complain, okay, because of the events going on so good. Like, why? Okay, let's try to support this game as well. That's all like we were thinking. Okay, I mean, like it was already difficult, and now it want to make us even more difficult. Like they are really saying so many players right out there having T7 level 70 units so much that they are saying like, oh, level 70 is so easy to attain, let's try to take it to level 80. Okay, like what? The gap caused by the Transcendence will increase if everyone, such as new users who just started farming shards, users who would purchase packages to start farm, can transcend with one servant. Okay, we believe that it would have a better balance. It would have a better balance, guys. Okay, if the difficulty of the Transcendence increases per level by increasing the experience required for the Transcendence. Like, in what way is this a proper statement? Like, what way? I really don't know what they are really trying to say. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, guys. I mean, like, it's just like saying like, I stole the water bottle from that kid because he was so thirsty, so that like he can, you know, like quench his thirst. I just stole the bottle from that guy. Like, huh? This is a similar concept where you would acquire more abilities based on the levels and increase in experience per level. The another thing that I would also really like to bring in highlight is, guys, obviously there are new Transcendence, right? So obviously there are going to be more potentials, and you are supposed to reroll even more. Okay, you have to farm the like potential enhanced stones, potential change stones even further, and the cost for improving those kind of like higher stage potentials are obviously going to cost even more. Okay, so just think about it, like how much resources you are actually going to use. It's not about the copies only, it's about the amount of the other type of like additional resources or second hand resources at the same time. That's gonna be a endless grind, guys, endless grind. Holy crap. Additionally, Firewater Forest servants would be able to acquire more stats due to the increase in experience per Transcendence. You will be able to challenge against the light and dark servants. Wow, Yes, for the first 2-3 months, maybe for a maximum of 6 months. What about 6 months? What after 6 months then? When the whales are already done with their FWF and they're already switching back to the LD. What about then? What about then? If we kept the current Transcendence system, everyone would only focus on the light and dark servants. Okay? Because you have made it a pay-to-play feature from the very beginning of the game. Light and dark servants are always being the one that are always patchworked. They are the ones that are always revamped. They are the one always who are buffed up, not the FWF. Forest, water, fire. They really give not really that much of like huge interest in the forest, water, fire. It's kind of like very like a rare incidents when they really go back into a very like, you know, like sort of old type of servants and just try to fix them up. They have not even made a single attempt to fix the Zetas, okay, which are already outdated. They have made no effort on it at all. And like, what? They're just gonna focus on the light and dark? I mean, like, we purchased the light and dark so that like it's a P2P feature. We accept that. We accept that, okay? No problem with that one. So what's the problem there? If we kept the current Transcendence system, everyone would only focus on light and dark servants. The light and dark servants must need to be strong due to the difficulty of obtaining them. But we believe that users should enjoy the game. Enjoy the game by grinding? Really? By grinding all day and night? For the time unknown? God! And to enjoy the game with a little amount of IAP, the Transcend revamp is required. Wow. Guys, if you guys, I mean, like, got any sort of like a hint, a gist of insight from here, please let me know in the comment section below what it's really trying to say. For me, it really doesn't make any sense at all. Like, how they even like sort of like put this kind of like illogical logic in front of us to just try to like, you know, like lure us in or something like that. I really don't get it. I really don't buy that crap. Everyone's going to focus on the light and dark anyway, so is there a point in focusing on the fire, water, forest? We wish everyone to enjoy the game so far for transcending fire. We will continue to support everyone by providing more ways to obtain them with carrots and in-game events. That's what they have been saying for a very long period of time. A very long period of time. And well, it's not really working that fine. Also, we believe that it will be very meaningful if the fire, water, forest servants can bring out their full potential in the game. Really? You know how much time and effort you have to actually lose into that one. That's what I said. With the increase in Transcendence, obviously there will be unlocked potentials, which they will obviously try to impose on you. Will impose you. I mean, like, not try, will impose on you, saying that it's gonna make your servants even more powerful. And the thing is that the amount of resources that you are gonna invest in just one servant, guys, only in just one servant, it's gonna be so enormous that you are just gonna stuck with that one servant. And what if it like sort of like goes out of date? It gets outdated. It becomes like it doesn't belong anymore to the current meta. The new releases of the 5-star net servants, I mean, like, obviously every update the 5-star net servants are getting released, and they are the one who starts to set the current trend of the current meta, and that's how the things are pretty much gonna be very screwed up. For a fact, guys, in Heir of Light, there are a total of 32 5-star net servants so far. And obviously, incoming update, that is the Ifrit and the Oracle, it's gonna make it up to 34 servants, 5-star. And do you guys know how many 4-star net servants there really are? There are only about 15 to 17 4-star net servants. And the balance has already been screwed up, guys. I don't know like what kind of balance they are really talking about. Just look at that, okay? Just look at that. And 32 5-star net servants have their like 5 copies each. So like 32 times 5. Just do your math, okay? Just do your math. Do your math. I really don't want to do that math myself, guys. I'm like, I think it's about like 160 or something like that. Holy crap, okay? Also, we believe that it will be very meaningful if the fire, water, forest servants can bring out their full potential in the game. We are able to confirm through our internal testing that fire, water, forest servants have some aspects to fight against the light and dark servants. Some, like what? Some. That sum is nothing, guys. Servant balance. Okay, well, there are servant balance. Resilience is gonna be balanced. Redemption is gonna be balanced. Escort is gonna be balanced. Lucretia is gonna be balanced, which I think I really don't have any care for that one. Okay, no comments so far. Okay, whatever that is. Anyways, seems like like this. Like the time is very near for me to actually end this game. I don't feel like even like touching this game anymore for right now, because like the way that it is heading, it just doesn't make any sense for me to keep on continuing to this game. Okay, even its events, it's really not gonna make any sense at all. And the way and all the stuff that the developers are pretty much muttering on this game right now in order to like trying to like sort of like explaining on why they are bringing the Transcendence system is totally like nonsense for me. Okay, if it does really make sense to you guys, let me know like how and why. Okay, so this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, so please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and see you guys in the next video.